So I gotta do this all over again. I recorded my predictions and it just didn't record. So I was sitting there talking to myself. Okay, so let's help and get through this. This is an NFL Week 3, September 22nd, 2024. In the first game, Cleveland Browns against the New York Giants. I had predicted the Giants to lose this game against the Browns 24-10. The Browns 24, Giants 10. The Indianapolis Colts against the Chicago Bears. I talked about how Caleb Williams, how he actually played very well throughout the weeks, 2 weeks. I won't say very well, but he did play well. He's not playing as bad as the media is trying to make it seem. He's just not playing how everybody were expecting him to play. But he hasn't played bad. For week 1, he went against a top 10 defense in the Tennessee Titans, a very great defense, and then he went against another maybe top 5 defense in the Texans with a great pass rusher in Will Anderson. Like, come on, give Caleb Williams a break. He's doing well. He has a terrible offensive line, and minus the pressures, he has been very, very efficient. He's doing a good job, and he's getting better. You want your quarterback, player in general, to just get better each and every week. So I really don't think it matters how terrible they are when they first play, as long as they've shown some signs of improvement the second time they step on the field. And that's what Caleb Williams is doing. He is regressing. He is progressing, not degressing. So he's doing a great job. Caleb Williams, I have all the world and the faith in you. I have been on your bandwagon since you committed to USC. You came transferred to USC, and yeah, I believe in you, man. And just keep you're doing. I think you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job for what you have and where you are right now. Just keep being you. Keep getting better. 1% better each and every day. You don't need to hear this from me. You already know this because I know how smart you are. I know how intelligent you are. I know how wise you are. And you and Caleb Williams, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's going to win some Super Bowls with the Bears. And it's going to be him and Justin. Like I said, it's going to be him and Justin Herbert win them Bowls for the next 10 years. They're in a great position. My only concern with Caleb Williams at the Chicago Bears is his coach. I don't really have a lot of faith in his coach, but we'll see what happens. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. Everybody already knows how I feel about Caleb Williams. I believe in him. We're going to move on to the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. The Vikings will win this game. They will win this game 24-20. 24-20, Minnesota Vikings 20. New Orleans Saints against the Eagles. This is going to be a really great game. The New Orleans Saints will win this game. It sucks for the Eagles. The Saints will win this game 27-20. The Saints 27, Eagles 20. Pittsburgh Steelers against the Chargers. Let's get it. Bolts up. Everybody, I just started my coaching career, coaching for the youth flag football team for the Los Angeles Chargers. I coach first and second graders. We had our first game last week on Friday. We did get blown out, so I got to get better with that. It's my fault that way we got blown out. Nobody else's fault. I'm still learning, transitioning from a player to coaching. But it was still fun. It was still fun. Still seeing. I saw some good players out there that I know that's going to be my starters. That I'm going to keep at a permanent position. But the Chargers will win this game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Chargers will win this game. I am predicting a blowout actually because Joe Alt is a weapon. That offensive line is a weapon. The Chargers' offensive line is nothing to play with. J.K. Dobbins is nothing to play with. Justin Herbert is nothing to play with. I am predicting Justin Herbert to actually put up 3 touchdowns in this game, and J.K. Dobbins to take the game over. T.J. Watt is going to be a no factor. He is going to be a no factor in this game at all. Joe Alt is a Hall of Famer offensive tackle. He's going to be an All-Pro. He is already one of the best, or if not going to be the best tackles in the league. Joe Alt, throughout his entire Notre Dame career, if I'm not mistaken, I know he hasn't allowed a single sack, but I also think he did not allow a single pressure. This guy is built in the lab. God specifically created this man to be a tackle, to be right or left tackle. He can probably even be guard. Like Joe Alt is a freaking monster, man. He in his first 2 weeks in NFL, he did not allow a single sack or pressure from 2 great pass rushers in Max Crosby and Jadeveon Clowney. And I thought Max Crosby, from so many people, he was the best pass rusher defender in the league. Now all of a sudden people are saying now he's facing T.J. Watt. He's the best. T.J. Watt is not going to do anything different. He's going to be shut out by Joe Alt, and that's a fact. All right, so let's move on. 30-3, Los Angeles Chargers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Denver Broncos. I am going to choose the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. They're going to win this game 24-7. Tennessee Titans against the Green Bay Packers. The Tennessee Titans will lose this game, even though they have a really good defense. I do not believe in Will Levis, and I think Malik Willis was supposed to play this game. It was supposed to be a revenge game, but I believe Jordan Love is back in the business. The Packers will win this game 20-7. 20-7. The Las Vegas Raiders against the Carolina Panthers. I have no idea why Andy Dalton is starting. I actually do, but I think it's ridiculous. I feel very bad for Bryce Young. If the Panthers, I mentioned this in my last video. I'm really mad I didn't record because I did a whole speech about the Panthers organization. But my thing is this: if the Panthers, if they're trying to protect Bryce Young, then I understand that. Okay, so you're trying to sit him down and like just throw Andy Dalton out there. Andy Dalton is already towards the end of his career. Just give it to Andy Dalton. Let Bryce Young sit and evolve, develop. Football is all about development. Players has to develop. Players need to develop. You can't just freaking just draft a guy in round as a first pick and then expect him to change your entire organization. It doesn't happen that way. Football is a team sport. A team sport. And you see guys like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, they developed into that. They didn't go into the league doing that stuff. Patrick Mahomes developed into doing what he's doing today. He didn't come into the league doing that stuff. Nobody done that. Nobody has done that. So you have to develop these guys, these players, and you have to give them help. You have to not only just give them help, you have to give them the correct help. Make a wise decision in what help you're going to give them. Everybody knows, not everybody, obviously, but a great coach will know, a person who understands football knows how you help out a young player is by giving him at least a good offensive line, good running back, a good running game, and a great tight end. That is going to help out a young player, any player. And me, if I am the general manager or the owner, that is what I am looking for when I draft if I'm picking my first player, if I'm picking the first pick in the draft. I drafted my quarterback. I'm like, yo, it's not over. No, it's it. No, that's not it. That's when the real work begins. Because if you're drafting this guy for the first pick, you're drafting the first pick for a reason. This isn't boxing. This isn't tennis. This isn't swimming. This isn't a one-man game. This is a team sport. No quarterback is going to do that. Just change your entire garbage organization around. Nobody's going to do that. So there's still a lot of work to be done. Give him an offensive line. Forget a receiver. Forget wide receivers. I don't understand. This is how you know people don't know the game. They draft a quarterback and they just like give him a good receiver and that's it. No, that's not it. Give him a good offensive line. Give him a good running game. Get him a good good tight end, and get him a good offensive coordinator. That's how you help out your young quarterback. Get him a good quarterback coach. Come on, man. I mean, the Carolina Panthers the owner is making billionaires look bad who owns these teams. I mean, on my other channel, my personal YouTube channel, I talk about I want to be a trillionaire and I'm a businessman, entrepreneur. I call myself a value creator and stuff. But I wouldn't do that if I own a team, or I should say, when I own a team. I'm transitioning from a player to being a coach, and then eventually I would like to be a scout and work my way up to be a general manager one day, and maybe even own a team. But when you get to that, the higher you get, the lesser work you're supposed to be doing. And I'll say the more you should be involved in getting the talent, getting the wisdom, getting the intelligence into your organization. There's people who are highly developed and skilled into your organization and who can also coach and delegate their wisdom and their skills to these players that they end up drafting, that they end up bringing in, and that you also are involved in that as well. But when you do that, your job as the owner, GM, is to stay out of the people that you have hired, who are the professionals, who are the experts, who are the masters at developing these players. You're supposed to be hiring these great people who are known for developing these players and teaching and coaching these skills into the players that you are bringing into this organization. Why do you have a hand into the pot? Take your hand out of the pot. You have drafted these people for a reason. Now, if you, with me, I should just say for myself, me knowing the game as much as I do, the people that I hired, if they say they want to do something that I absolutely know at the bottom of my heart that is not the right decision, then that's when I'll step in and then be like, no, let's not do that. No, we're not going to do that. And I'll explain why we won't do that. This is why, and I'll prove it why. Because I know at the bottom of my heart for a fact that this is not the right decision. But there's only so many times that's going to work out because I've hired people who are smarter than me, who are better than me, who know more than me. That is the whole point. You want people who works for you, who is smarter, who's better, who's more skilled than you are, who's more wise than you are, so they can make your organization better. They can make your team better. That goes just with owning any company, any organization. You want people who are better than you. You put your ego aside. It's not about you being better than them. It's about you creating that environment, producing that environment where people who are involved in your organization that you have created, where they can prosper and flourish and blossom and develop from. That's what it's about in everything, not just in football, in everything. So you, as the owner of the Carolina Panthers, or any owner, that is your duty. That is your job, is what you're supposed to do. The Carolina Panthers is a very dysfunctional organization, and the owner is doing counter everything what I just said. That's why they are where they are right now. And that's why I should be an owner one day. That's why I should be a general manager, because I know what's up. Let's move on. All right, so the Seattle Seahawks against the Miami Dolphins. Of course, obviously the Miami Dolphins will lose this game. Tua is not playing. And even if he did, I would still predict them to lose this game because the Seattle Seahawks, I did predict them at the beginning of the year for them to have a top 10 defense along with the Tennessee Titans and the Chargers. Well, the Chargers, I predicted them to have a number 1 defense. But Seattle Seahawks is going to have a top 10 defense along with the Titans. I am predicting the Seattle Seahawks to win this game 30-10. 30-10. That's what I'm predicting the Seattle Seahawks to do. They're going to demolish the Dolphins. Arizona Cardinals against the Detroit Lions. This is going to be one hell of a game. I am actually going to predict the Detroit Lions to win this game 31-30. Detroit on top. They win at home 31-30. Dallas Cowboys against the Baltimore Ravens. Oh man, Ravens is going to be 0-3. Ravens is going to be 0-3. I do not see the Cowboys losing this game. The Cowboys is going to win this game 24-21. John Harbaugh, if you get fired, come home, brother. When I mean come home, I mean come home to your brother, Jim Harbaugh. Come home, brother. Get it? But anyway, I don't even know John Harbaugh. I can't remember where John Harbaugh's from. But anyway, LA's your home now, man. Come out here. I'm sure Jim Harbaugh has an open spot for you. And if he doesn't, he got enough power to create an open spot for you. Come over here. Get your other Lombardi trophy with your brother. Who's got it better than that? What's better than that? You working alongside your brother his first year back in the NFL in over 10 years. You guys don't even have to play against each other. You guys can coach with each other and just dominate the whole entire league with the Los Angeles Chargers. Come on and do that, John. I'm pretty sure we can make that happen. I'm pretty sure the Chargers can make that happen. We got enough power. We got enough pools. I mean, we already got half the Ravens already over here anyway. So why not just get the head coach as well? We already got the director of personnel, the former director of personnel, and one of y'all scouts. And he's a player now, Tony Jefferson, and Joe Ortiz. He was the director of personnel for the Ravens. He our general manager. So why not get the head coach for the Baltimore Ravens as well? Why not? Come on, John. So when after you lose this game, after you lose this, because at first I was thinking it was gonna get blown out, but you're not gonna get blown out. Y'all gonna lose a 24-21. After you lose this, if the Ravens decide to fire you, they want to disrespect you and not acknowledge what you've done there. It's time. That's all it is, John. It's time. It's time to come over here. Bolt up. All right, so the Los Angeles Rams against the San Francisco 49ers. The Rams will lose this game against the 49ers. There's no way that the Rams will win this game. Is it just me, or is the Rams, man, are they the most beat-up team in the entire league every single year? I feel like Sean McVay going to have to change up his schemes or something, or he's going to have to ask less of his players because, man, Cooper Kupp, I love Cooper Kupp. If he can stay healthy, man, I feel like he could be a top 5 wide receiver in the league. He's never healthy, man. God. And Puka Nacua, another great wide receiver. I don't know what's going on, man. I think they asking too much out of these guys, man. But the Rams, they're always beat up, and I'm surprised Matthew Stafford is not hurt. I mean, goodness. Well, it is only week 3, so he probably gonna end up getting hurt too. But man, I love Sean McVay. I would love to learn under him. He's a great coach, but the Rams are just not it right now, man. I'm pretty sure they'll pick it up later on in the year, like they did last year. But they're gonna lose this game. They're gonna lose this game 21-10. 21-17. 21-17. Rams 17, 49ers 21. Kansas City Chiefs. No, you know what? I know I'm going back. My apologies. 49ers 24. 24-17. 24-17. Okay. It's my final one. 27-17. 27-17. 49ers 27. Rams 17. Kansas City Chiefs against Atlanta Falcons. This is going to be a really good game. Sunday Night Football. The Falcons, even though I felt like they should have lost the last game they played, they still are playing pretty well. Kirk Cousins so far has proven me wrong because I did predict Kirk Cousins to be benched by week 5. He played well last game. He did. And he might play well tonight too, but they're going to lose. They're going to lose against the Chiefs just because they lost Pacheco. It's because just because the Chiefs lost Pacheco does not mean they are going to get much of a setback. They got Andy Reid. They still got Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs will win this game 29-24. So that's going to be an interesting game. 29 points, right? 29-24. Saturday Night Football. All right. We got a doubleheader, September 23rd, 2024. The Buffalo Bills against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Buffalo Bills will beat the Jaguars. I don't know what people are thinking that the Jaguars will win this game. Colin Cowherd, he predicted the Jaguars to beat the Bills on Monday Night Football. Really? Just because they're at home? Just because you still believe in Trevor Lawrence? You want to be biased with Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence has shown nothing. He has shown absolutely nothing since he's been in the league. He is a very average quarterback. He's not going to get any better. He hit his ceiling. The Jaguars are a mess. They're going to be picking in the top 5 draft this year. Bills are going to blow out the Jacksonville Jaguars at home on Monday Night Football. Josh Allen is going to show out like he always does. Well, he doesn't always show out on Monday Night Football, but he's going to show out. The Bills is for real. Josh Allen's for real. The Bills is going to blow out the Jacksonville Jaguars 30-3. Cincinnati Bengals against the Washington Commanders. The Bengals will win this game. I think this is going to be a close game. This is going to be 24-21. 24-21. 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Cincinnati Bengals against the Commanders. 24-21. All right. And then we got Thursday Night Football with the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The New York Giants will lose this game. I'm going to do a bonus content for Thursday Night Football. New York Giants will lose this game against the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys will be on a little bit of a winning streak. They're going to win this game. Dallas Cowboys will put up 30-6. The Giants will have 6. I'll give the Giants 9 points. Cowboys will be 30. Giants 9. And that will be your Thursday Night Football conclusion right there. The start of week 4. Alrighty, that's it. And yep, this video did record. I did that whole video like last time, and it was like 22 minutes, and it just didn't record. I was so mad, but I'm glad I got it in this time. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.